Luca Kaneshiro's 2024 birthday was not nearly as big as 2023 in every single way. Elira is preparing for a possible flame war, which I hope doesn't happen, and much more news on today's segment of VTuber News. Real quick, of course, Luca is not doing so well on his birthday stream. Well, his birthday stream that just passed didn't do too well. He had 3.6k people watching. At the time of the person put this, you know, sometimes people can put selective posts in the sense of they get the worst moment. He could have been up to 7k, he could have been up to 10k, we don't know. But just taking it for what it is, 3.67k and 10.2k for Risu. Here's the issue. Here's the big issue with that. The costume showcases tend to be, well, you know what? No. Both costume showcases and birthday are both big things. I was going to say the costume showcases tend to be a little bit more popular, but birthdays are also extremely popular for fans of the person. The thing is, of course, the costume showcases and karaoke will get more outside people watching, I think, usually. So a more like-to-like comparison would have been if they had it, if Nijisanji cared enough to have new outfits for their Luxian people, if they cared enough to have new outfits for anybody, other than, you know, something that they did a year ago and they finally are putting it out for like the 3Ds. If the company actually cared, then maybe we'd have something to compare it with, but it doesn't seem like they care at all. So either way, Risu, which is a Hololive ID in Ninja, got more than the beloved golden child of Luca. 13k right now, so 13k as a top. According to Playboard, peak was a little over 14k. For those looking at Risu's super chat numbers, keep in mind she has Social Buzz and Streamlabs donos, and some Southeast Asia can't use super chats. Luca, on the other hand, according to Playboard, peaked at 5.7k for the birthday stream, and at about 7.2k for the subsequent birthday karaoke. So he still got pretty well. I mean, 7.2k is still a lot. So that's what I'm saying. People can selectively put these here. Still, 5.7k is nothing to shake a stick at, nothing to sneeze at. It's just still, it's an oof, of course, because Luxium is their golden child. At least that's the way that they believe it to be. Riku does, and their golden child isn't doing so well. Riku, that's a nice looking Indonesian branch. Why doesn't mine look like that? Because you destroyed it. Because you destroyed it. Wants to see images of Risu's new outfit. It's a really good outfit. We'll just take a look at that just because screw it. We're here. Might as well. It is good. And it's the album. Let's look at this. There's the album. It's really nice. Holy crap. They did a really good job with this. The full body. It's a cute outfit. I like it. It shows the little bit more mature side of Risu. I like that. I definitely do. Just wanted to give you a little bit of glimmer of hope for other people at least. I saw people earlier discussing Luca's birthday stats and saying his birthday last year received 70,000 views compared to 7,000 for his karaoke received. I want to check the statistics for myself. This birthday stream, max viewers 5723, like 7,300, 25,000 views. Average viewers 4,600. In his last stream, Luca's most recent birthday stream, going off the official Pog Day, not the karaoke, with average viewers being around 4,600. Right here, we have the 2023, 11,799, average viewers 10k, viewing time 70,000 hours, I guess, or 70,000 minutes probably. Views 331k. So this is the 2023 birthday stream, which had an average viewership of 10,000. There's a statistic there that says 70,000 number is the viewing time, which is initially confused by because it did not seem to fit in with the other numbers. So I consulted different stats website. So it's 24,000 likes, 69,000 live chat, revenue, that's what it was. From 2023 live stream, there was 69,000 live chats within the stream, leading me to believe that 70,000 above is actually the chatters, not the total number of viewers. Please do correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, it looks like the chatters, like the amount of chats, the amount of messages sent through versus the actual amount of people in there. With 2023 making 945,000 a decent number. And this one, total super chat revenue of 2024 is 382, a third of the super chats of last year. Still not a bad number to shake a stick at. It's over like $2,000. That's before the YouTube cut, and that's before Nijisanji's cut. Let's see, showing that Nijisanji fans are both leaving and paying much less. Please correct me if you find any errors, but this is what I found. I know people are getting a bit tired of CCV comparisons, but I wanted to make this clear, to clear up misunderstandings I was seeing in another thread. In the comment of CCV Luca's birthday stream, I checked the numbers too, and queried the source of 70k number in the thread for figures, sources, and response. As long as there's a healthy discussion, comparing numbers is fair game. Thank you for sharing this. Quite noticeable the effects of bad optics towards Nijisanji EN. Yeah, it's very bad optics. It's very bad that he's not getting the same amount that he got before. It's understandable, especially with the situation that's happening right now with Nijisanji. It's very understandable for them not to be getting the same type of stuff that they had before. And for good reason, like I said. It's definitely for good reason. Because they've been doing stuff that is deplorable that is not good to their livers, not good to anyone else. It's not something that I ever condone. That would ever be something that I would be like, oh yeah, let's do that. No. A company like them should support their livers 100%, like what Hololive does, what Cover does for their livers. Full on support, full on appreciation, to the point where, like in the situation with Miko, the situation with Suisei, situation with Sora, Yagoo didn't give up. And Riku has given up. Riku gives up really entirely too fast with his livers. He gives up too much, and that breeds bad publicity, and it also breeds a very bad environment. And I hope they do get a better environment soon. If you dislike Elira Pendora and Kurosanji, just ignore her and her stream on Friday. I agree, because if you dislike the fact that she did the message from Nijisanji EN, the black stream, the black, screen stream, don't support her in this. Don't go send hate. Don't go send anything, because that's what they're, number one, that's what they're looking for. Remember, a lot of these people do end up having, at the very least, the Nijisanji Defense Forces, the Nijisisters, the Niji Karens, whatever you want to call them, they end up having a victim complex, a persecution fetish. They feel like they're persecuted. They feel like their livers are persecuted. They feel like there is they are victims of circumstance. So the livers a lot of times actually are victims of this bad company. I will say that. So don't treat someone who's already been victimized by the bad company horribly. Don't do that. You're just spreading more hate. You're just perpetuating the war that's going on, or the quote-unquote war that's going on. You're perpetuating all these bad things. And as a community, as people who like I've always said, I don't like the organization. The livers are different. Unless the livers themselves have done bad things, like I will criticize Elira for the black screen stream. I will criticize Vox and Ike for the exact same stuff. Unless they've done actual bad things, then that's when you can criticize them. But still, don't send hate, because it perpetuates a very bad cycle. It really does. Basically, apathy is worse than active hate, especially according to the YouTube algorithm. It removes fuel for both the NDF to use against us and management to control the talents. And honestly, we have at least 3 attempts from this effing company. 3 too many, and we definitely don't need a 4th. Yeah, it's just ignore and move on. Ignore and move on. That's what you should do. No point in giving an F about her cronies. She lost, period, power tripped all the way to the ground. Even if she rebounds a bit, there's no way her company will ever have the same reputation again, let alone herself. In fact, showing up to her stream to S on her is exactly the kind of S she and her mob would do. Just remember her timing with the black screen and Doki's Neopet stream. It's the same scummy bottom-feeding game. F with all those F-ups. I doubt she ever has any power inside her company anymore. She broke her own kneecaps. Just basically, she did stuff to harm someone else. That was bad. That was absolutely bad. You can criticize her on that, but don't give her the ammo that she needs to perpetuate, like, oh, I'm a victim, oh, I'm a victim, oh, I'm a victim, Glad to be seeing some sentiment forming here. Over the last decade alone, we've seen examples of movements shooting themselves in the foot since they felt comfortable harassing their targets. I'm sure at least one of these flashed in your mind. Yeah, exactly. Just don't do that. Just don't go and try to harm other people. There's so many much better things that you can do, like supporting Mints, supporting dokibird, supporting other creators that have left, than to try to just send hate to these people. They're preparing for something. They're trying to make it seem like round up the troops, circle the wagons, have the wagons circle the camp, or whatever it's called. Close up ranks, because they're trying to show that Elira is going to get, a lot of hate or whatever it is. Listen up, y'all. Team Huddle. There'll be haters, horrible comments, threats, misinformation, etc., etc. That doesn't mean we can't show her that we are her fans and we love her. We don't need to fight. We need to only smile for her and others. Now, while I do appreciate that someone has a sentiment like that for their livers, I do appreciate that. I don't think it is a good idea to try to make it seem like there is like this big witch hunt, because there's not going to be. It's hard for there to be hate comments if nobody shows up. Exactly. That's what we have to do. We just have to basically boycott her stream. That's what people need to do. Free words were still a thing. I'd give you one for that. The unfortunate reality is that there probably will be a few haters there. Most people in the sub are on the consensus of just ignoring them. That's not exactly representative of everyone with the black company right now. Even within the sub, there are people adamant about going on hate campaigns. It's wild that it seems too much to ask for people to be civil. The VTuber community. The VTuber community can be very uncivil. I can be very civil. I won't knock it as something absolutely horrible and always horrible, but it can be very uncivil a lot of times. Don't worry, OP. Elira's manager will. Her mod team will. Good luck, Elira. Yeah, she doesn't have a mod team. Maybe she has mods that maybe will help her out. like a couple here and there of like super fans and stuff like that. But beyond that, I don't think she will. Let's see. I sure hope Elira pays her mod team well for all the trouble that may happen later on. Paid mod team is not something that happens in Nijisanji. I can guarantee you that. Liquefied copium. They don't get paid with dinero. They get paid with NSFW probably. This isn't Luca we're talking about. Maybe she does compensate her mod team with actual money, but not emotional manipulation. There will be hate and misinformation. Oh, the irony when your Oshi is literally the embodiment of misinformation and tried to send a hate mob. Yeah, with that black video, that black screen video, she really did do that. It ain't even a lie. She actually tried to do that. Remember, I don't like Elira either, but don't go to her stream and harass and say mean things. Just ignore. Show them we are better than that. This also goes for everyone of the livers. Like, don't do that to the livers. Just don't engage. What really hurts them are view counts for Nijisanji, so please don't go and harass. And if you want more cynical and least practical reason instead of appealing to the better natures, don't give Nijisanji any ammunition. If you give them hate mobs, if you give them hate comments, if you give them all this type of stuff, you give them more ammunition to say we're the victim. Like I said, persecution fetishes are a thing. I've experienced those. People with those. I've experienced people with those. I've experienced people with the victim complexes. The worst you can do is give them attention. And the best you can do is, if things are wrong, just defend yourself and then move on. They're going to make S up anyways, but better they make S up from complete crap instead of anything that could be construed as kernel of truth. Easier to show their BS than BS that way. Yeah, people will BS online all the time, including big companies. Don't put it past them to do this. But overall, I will say this one thing, and it may sound hollow to some of you guys, but I'm actually mean this. Just don't watch. If you don't like them, criticize them all you want, which is what I do. But I don't watch. I don't engage. I don't watch. I don't send hate. I don't write any hate. I don't do any of that because it will not help anything. It will actually just make things worse. So just don't watch. Just wanted to give you guys a little bit of positivity amongst all these things. What happens when you have a good CEO? Someone who understands their talents, someone who understands that times can be tough, and someone who wants to push their talents to something more. Someone who wants to actually see someone succeed and not just see the money roll in. Here's Yagoo and what happened with Miko and Elite Miko, as a lot of people understand her and have called her. All the things that she's gone through, at least the big parts that she's gone through, and the fact that he never gave up on her. So she was actually scouted. She was scouted officially. Imagine the pressure she had to lift back then. She was scouted by none other than the CEO of a company, made to be the next big thing after Kizuna Ai, trying to be someone on a platform which was the shortest memory of all. Yeah, I think it was like on like basically like it was on Nico Nico, which I think was very short memory back then. Unfortunately failing on gaining that relevance. Got told she was going to be the protagonist of a series so that they can group her up within Hololive. Feeling bad and anxious because even though she was the newest addition to Hololive and had the least subs, she already had an ID. She already had a 3D. So she was feeling imposter syndrome because she had a 3D, which a lot of people were waiting for and a lot of people don't have. Even now, a lot of people don't have. And she was making not as much as everyone else when it came to, viewers and such. Still a lot less popular than her colleagues after being officially known as Hololiver. This required a lot of willpower for her to want to stay being a VTuber and of course help her colleagues. And I'm really glad she didn't quit. I myself am really glad she didn't quit and keep pursuing what she wants. All respect for her. I filled it all up. While he was greeting, I replied, I look forward to working with you. So she was scouted by him. Form a contract with me and become a VTuber. Wow. July 7th, 2022. 2 years, 1.5 million.
でもね、ヤミコね、本当にデビューする前なんだけど、ヤゴーにさ、スカウトされてさ、入ったわけなんですけど、ヤゴーがね、100万人を超えるそのタレントさんに
To become a talent that will surpass 1 million subs. So Yagoo had that dream for her.
その時さ、そんなにしてなんか、ほんまか？大丈夫かこれ？
Like, because people do false promises.
本当に1万人とか1000人とか行くまで
Before I reached 10,000 or 1,000 subs, it was really...
もうずっとスタジオ行って収録頑張ってミコの編集
He did a lot of recordings, how to edit, all that kind of stuff. Basically, she thought she was fed a lot. August 1st, 2022.
じゃあ、読ませていただきますね。さ
She was at 44.7.
おめでとうございます。 VTuber として活躍できる方を探していた中でミコさんを見かけて声をかけさせてもらいました。そうだね、ミコスカウトでしたね。
Yeah, she was scouted in.
みんなで動画制作を頑張っていましたが、なかなか大変でしたね。いろんな行き違いから大変な時期もありましたが、打ち合わせでみんなで泣いて頑張っていこうと決め
Yeah,
た
he cried in front of her.
今でも覚えています。非常に頼もしく思っています。一緒に頑張っていきましょう。よろしくお願いします。2022年8月1日種号。何こんなの渡すの？いや、ちょっとありがとうございます。
He actually did. I remember a while back, she actually mentioned that in a meeting, he cried in front of her, basically regretting the fact that he wasn't able to give her that promise right away. Regretting the fact that he wasn't able to give her the 1,000,000 subs right away. 2 million subscribers.
嘘みたいだと思うけどな、本当なんだよ。ヤゴは見てるか？見てたら返事しろ、ヤゴ。ありがとう。
Yep, about to reach 2 million.
うん。
She got there. She got to 2 million. Congrats. Thank you. Yeah, it was a struggle that they both went through. It was a struggle that they both, he never gave up. Unlike Riku, who was giving up on so many. Unlike Riku, who threw away an ID branch. Exactly. Unlike Riku, who threw away an ID branch. Unlike other people who threw, any color, Nijisanji, who threw, people that were not giving them what they wanted away. Yagoo kept going, kept, trying to get Miko what she needed, what she desired, as much support as she could. Same thing with Sora, same thing with Asuki, giving them as much support as they can. Suisei, all of them, to the point where now they have over 1 million subs. Now they are very loved in the community, and now they are pillars of this community. Another little wholesome thing, Hololive related, but it's still on the Kotosanji fan sub thingy madoobs. It is, amidst all this talk about Elira's comeback, here's a comeback to be excited for. We're in our new doghouse. We have lots to talk about and lots to look forward to, ruffians. So yeah, they were moving in. They're moving into their new place. They're trying to get themselves situated, and they've done it. So now Fuwamoco, they can go bow, bow, bow all they want. Hopefully that means more Fuwamoco mornings. Can't wait for them to get back to a more regular schedule, and they are going to be getting back to a more regular schedule. Because the big issue was they wanted to do stuff, but they weren't really settled in to their new space. They were trying to find a new space. They were trying to get settled in. They were probably, staying at someone else's place, that type of stuff. That makes it hard for you to fully be able to do what you want to do. And then, the new place that you're at, you're going to have to do sound deadening in some way, shape, or form to prevent echoes and to prevent people from hearing your stuff too much. You know what I mean? So yeah, that does happen. The bow, 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 bow. There we go. 1 year ago today, Nijisanji ID was pretty much starting to go down. And the livers Cornelia Takarajman, Siska Leon Teen, and Amicia Michela, whichever one it is. From May 2023 until January 2024, the ID branch would see 11 graduations in 9 months. And this is their Indonesian translation of what went through. And it says, I feel so bad for all the graduate ID livers. Now there's 7 remaining. Exactly 7, yes. 7 of a maximum of 19. They used to have 19. Now they have 7. Why? Because Nijisanji is an a-hole company that decides you are no longer beneficial to us, so we're just going to drop you. We're not going to support you in any way. We're just going to drop you. More graduations than Holo ID debuts. I feel that this will be the fate of Nijisanji EN too if any color doesn't change course. Nijisanji left their ID branch to wither and die, while Hololive now dominates that country, and is still investing good money into the ID branch 4 years after it started. That's the thing. Nijisanji doesn't want to support, doesn't want to send any kind of monetary gain, monetary support, unless they actually see monetary gain. You know what I mean? So they will not actually support anybody unless they actually see some chance of money being received by them. That's the only way. It's not a good way to run a company. It's not a good way to run any grouping of people, honestly, because what it does is it builds a level of competitiveness that should not happen. Especially when you're in an organization like that, you should not be competitive. You should support each other. You should support the growth of each other. You should do your best to make sure that everyone is having some kind of benefit from what is going on. You know what I mean? So they didn't do that. They don't believe in that. They never believe in that. So that is very unfortunate. So this person here wonders, the word Nijisister is a bad word. Can we use Karen now? It's not even a bad word. They consider it a slur, which is crazy. It really is crazy. Kind of heard other VTuber news channels say that today. Didn't know needy supporters were a race, but hey, we learn something new every day. They invented it themselves, now they're gaslighting people that it's a bad word in an attempt to sway distract the community when they get called out for their actions. Part of me almost wonders if it's an OP like Support the Artist was. Ironically, they call us Niji Antis or Anti-Niji, and we are quite proud of it in that way, but if you call them Nijisisters, they cry about it. Man, I love watching snowflakes. Yes, the snowflakes are melting right now. We're going to keep using the word because it's not a slur, it's not anything bad. It just is what it is. It's Nijisisters. They call themselves that in the beginning with. They try to co-opt it. They try to take it as their own. We're using it again, and they just don't like it. Too bad for them. But yeah, here we have dislikes on the Nijisanji Mario Kart special. It is above, of course, because people don't like them right now. They're going to dislike this stuff. It's just a quickie as well. Outstanding has put a smile on my face somehow. All Riku needs to do is save Nijisanji EN is to hire DSP so he can survive anything. They're talking about Dark Side Phil. DSP has survived so many troll things. But he's a lol cow. DSP is a lol cow. To be studied by future historians, yeah, but only if he survives, everybody else gets destroyed from getting exposed to sheer raw power. Exactly. Jiff is rubbing salt in the wound. GIF. Sorry, it's a GIF. Every time I get these people that are mad at this diminishing, I get proven wrong. Because to see people are still holding them accountable. Yeah, those type of things hurt them in the mindset, like in the whole mindset of what they're doing. So it's a good thing to do that. I do support that part. Like I said, I don't support actual hate, but you know, you can dislike something that they do. You can dislike bomb them if you want. That's fine, because that is less harassment and more just you voting with your fingers. There'll be some trolling sometimes, and the trolling sometimes happens to be on the Mario Kart Deluxe 8, the big Yuki Wilson one. He says congratulations here, which is hilarious because as we know, they did mess up with the congratulations part. Of course, I will be even and fair and everything. Hololive messed up when they did the Holostars thing too. They put Holostars English, the English without the L. So because Nijisanji took all the L's from Hololive, didn't let Hololive get any L's, and Nijisanji is doing the L's for them. Why give them some attention? Comments only benefit their engagement on YouTube. True, it will only add to views to them. I checked the video and didn't even show the red line thing that shows that I watched it. Don't know how the viewership thing works though. It says, this person would like to say something to you. Obsessed. I actually just went to check my comment on the other Mario Kart video, see if it was still up. I saw one by Wilson and decided to say the same comment. Yeah, you know, it can be fun to troll a little bit, but just, keep it in check. That's my main thing. A little bit of fun, so daddy takes the T-bird away. I'm kind of an old person, I'm sorry. Some weird cope I've been singing lately. Please have some self-awareness. The NDF, their reputation. Why would false ID do this? Exactly. They're blaming false ID. They always will be blaming false ID and other people, khyo and others. They're requesting to leave their Oshis alone while harassing, sending death threats to XCT livers. Like this, don't send those type of threats. Just don't send those type of threats, please. Sadly, it seems like their threats are active livers as well. People would be a bit more sympathetic to them if they weren't so antagonizing to everything and everyone in glances at their general direction. Never mind, I just remembered how much they tried to slander and spread lies about other ex-livers. There's no sympathizing with that. They did that for Nina. Remember Scarle wanting to have fun trying Japanese-only Starbucks sweets? Yeah, that went well. NDF, what's that? Nijisanji Defense Force is a self-named group of defense fans of Nijisanji. They're infamous for resorting to reprehensible tactics. That is, they try to. People who casually send those type of threats to other people are unhinged and should be examined by a licensed therapist ASAP. There's no excuse whatsoever. So true blaming the other for their own actions. Nijisanji is a rare case where almost every part of them is evil from the terrible CEO. Scummy contracts, higher up favoritism, management, toxic work culture, livers bullying other livers, blind corporal fans, cheapo merch, and borderline scam events. Might sound like nitpicking, but compared to other agencies in the industry, they are literal black company to its core. The only saving grace as a few livers that actually have good, hoping they're free from the Nijisanji debt and quit. Yeah, hoping that they get better situation. That's what everybody hopes. That's what I hope. That is all for right now. Of course, comment, like, and subscribe down below. Thank you for being here. Of course, I love having the conversations with you guys. I love having these things with you guys, and I do appreciate it whenever you guys do comment. Take a look at my description for my socials. There's a Discord, there's Twitter, there's other places that you can check me out, Twitch, etc. And also check on your screen right now, because there might be a video that you might enjoy. Thank you.